Hello travelers, welcome back to Magnificent Destinations. Today's video is about Japan. Visiting Japan for the first time is an exciting adventure filled with unique experiences, beautiful sights, and rich culture. However, Japan is a country that values tradition, and it has its own set of rules and customs that might be different from what you're used to. To help you prepare for your trip, this guide will take you through the 10 essential things you need to know before visiting Japan. And stick around until the end for a bonus info that might surprise you. 1. Cultural norms and etiquette. When you visit Japan, understanding and respecting local customs and etiquette is crucial. The Japanese people are known for their politeness, and they appreciate it when visitors make an effort to follow their cultural norms. Bowing is a common way of greeting in Japan. You'll notice that people bow when they meet each other, say thank you, or apologize. While a slight nod of your head is usually enough for tourists, knowing the importance of bowing shows respect for the culture. In Japan, it's customary to remove your shoes when entering someone's home, traditional accommodations like ryokan, and even some restaurants. You'll often find slippers provided for indoor use. Make sure you take off your shoes at the entrance and place them neatly. Japanese society also values peace and quiet, especially in public places. When you're on public transportation like trains or buses, it's important to speak quietly and avoid talking on the phone. You'll also notice that people generally refrain from eating while walking or on public transport. The Japanese are very orderly, and you'll see this in how they line up for everything, from trains to elevators. Always join the end of the line and wait your turn patiently. Unlike in some other countries, tipping is not customary in Japan. In fact, it can sometimes be seen as rude. If you want to show appreciation for good service, a simple thank you, in Japanese Arigatou gozaimasu, is enough. 2. Language basics. While many people in Japan, especially in larger cities, understand some English, learning a few basic Japanese phrases will greatly enhance your experience and show that you respect their culture. Here are a few essential phrases to learn. Konnichiwa for hello or good day, Arigatou gozaimasu for thank you, and sumimasen for excuse me or I'm sorry. Hi means yes, while ai means no. If you need to ask for directions to the restroom, you can say, Toare wa doko desu ka? Most signs in major cities, especially in places like train stations, have English translations. However, in more rural areas, signs might only be in Japanese. Learning to recognize some basic characters, such as those for exit, chuku, and entrance, ruku, can be helpful. When interacting with locals, always use polite language. Adding san after someone's name is a respectful way to address them. For instance, if you're speaking to someone named Sato, you would say, Sato-san. 3. Local laws and regulations. Japan is a country that values order, and this is reflected in its laws and regulations. As a visitor, it's important to be aware of and follow these rules to avoid any trouble. There are some laws that might be different from what you're used to. For example, smoking is restricted in many public places, including streets in busy areas, restaurants, and public buildings. Look for designated smoking areas if you need to smoke. The legal drinking age in Japan is 20, and while drinking in public places like parks is generally allowed, it's considered impolite in some situations. When it comes to photography, be cautious, especially in places like temples, shrines, and private properties. Always ask for permission if you're unsure. Depending on your nationality, you may need a visa to enter Japan. Many countries have visa exemptions for short tourist visits, but it's important to check the latest requirements before you travel. Also, ensure that your passport is valid for the duration of your stay. Japan is a very safe country, but it's still important to be prepared. You don't need any special vaccinations to visit Japan, but it's always good to have travel insurance in case of emergencies. Familiarize yourself with local emergency numbers like 110 for police and 119 for medical emergencies. 4. Geography and transportation. Japan's geography is diverse, ranging from bustling cities to tranquil countryside, and understanding the layout of the country will help you plan your trip more effectively. Japan is divided into several regions, each with its own unique attractions. The Kanto region is where Tokyo, the capital, is located. It's a hub of modern culture, technology, and fashion. The Kansai region, home to cities like Kyoto and Osaka, is known for its historical sites, temples, and traditional culture. Hokkaido, the northernmost island, is famous for its beautiful landscapes, hot springs, and winter sports. Kyushu is known for its active volcanoes, hot springs, and warm climate. Okinawa, a group of islands in the south, offers tropical beaches and a distinct culture. Japan has one of the most efficient public transportation systems in the world. The trains are particularly well known for their punctuality and convenience. The Shinkansen, or bullet train, is a fast and convenient way to travel between major cities. For local travel within cities, the subway and train networks are extensive and easy to navigate. Buses are useful for getting around in rural areas where trains might not reach, and in cities, they complement the train network. Taxis are widely available, but they can be expensive. The doors open and close automatically, so wait for the driver to operate them. If you plan to rent a car, especially in rural areas, you'll need an international driver's permit along with your home country's driver's license. Japan drives on the left side of the road, and the speed limits are generally lower than in other countries. Be aware of the strict traffic laws, especially regarding drinking and driving, which is heavily penalized. Five, currency and budgeting. Understanding Japan's currency and how to manage your finances while traveling is essential to make your trip enjoyable without overspending. Japan's currency is the yen. It's a good idea to familiarize yourself with the different denominations. Coins come in 1, 5, 10, 50, 100, and 500 yen, while bills are available in 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, and 10,000 yen. While credit cards are accepted in many places, especially in larger cities, Japan is still very much a cash-based society. Small businesses, restaurants, and rural areas may only accept cash, so it's wise to carry enough yen with you. ATMs are widely available, but not all accept foreign cards, so look for international ATMs at convenience stores like 7-Eleven or at post offices. Japan can be expensive, but there are ways to manage your budget. Accommodation options range from luxury hotels to budget hostels and capsule hotels. Booking in advance can help you find better deals. When it comes to food, eating at local ramen shops, conveyor belt sushi, or convenience stores can save you money without compromising on taste. For transportation, consider purchasing a Japan Rail Pass if you plan to travel between cities by Shinkansen. This pass offers unlimited travel on JR trains for a fixed period, which can be cost-effective for longer trips. 6. Local cuisine and dining etiquette. One of the highlights of visiting Japan is experiencing the local cuisine. Japanese food is diverse, delicious, and deeply connected to the culture. There are some must-try dishes, including sushi and sashimi, which feature fresh fish beautifully prepared and served with rice or as raw slices. Ramen is a flavorful noodle soup with various toppings like pork, eggs, and seaweed. Tempura consists of lightly battered and deep-fried seafood or vegetables. Okonomiyaki is a savory pancake with ingredients like cabbage, meat, and seafood, often cooked at the table. Yakitori refers to skewered and grilled chicken, often enjoyed with beer or sake. Understanding Japanese dining etiquette will help you enjoy meals respectfully. For instance, never stick chopsticks upright in a bowl of rice, as this resembles a funeral ritual. Also, don't pass food from one person's chopsticks to another's. It's perfectly acceptable and even encouraged to slurp noodles loudly as it shows appreciation for the food. In most restaurants, you'll take the bill to the cashier rather than paying at the table. Tipping is not necessary, so just pay the amount on the bill. If you have dietary restrictions, be aware that not all ingredients may be listed in English, especially in smaller establishments. It's helpful to learn how to ask about ingredients in Japanese or have a translation app ready. 7. Accommodation options. Japan offers a wide range of accommodation types to suit different tastes and budgets. Knowing what to expect from each can help you choose the best place to stay. Japanese hotels range from luxurious international chains to business hotels that offer basic amenities. Rooms in business hotels are often smaller but clean and functional, with everything you need for a short stay. For a more immersive cultural experience, consider staying at a ryokan, a traditional Japanese inn. Staying at a ryokan often includes sleeping on a futon laid out on tatami mats, wearing a yukata, and enjoying a kaiseki dinner. For a unique and budget-friendly experience, capsule hotels are another option. These hotels offer small, pod-like sleeping spaces that are surprisingly comfortable and a great way to save money while still enjoying a unique stay. No matter where you choose to stay, it's a good idea to book your accommodations well in advance, especially during peak travel seasons like cherry blossom season in spring or during festivals. This ensures you'll have a place to stay that fits your budget and preferences. 8. Popular tourist destinations. Japan is a country with a rich history and diverse landscapes, offering something for every kind of traveler. Tokyo, the bustling capital, is a city that never sleeps. It's filled with modern skyscrapers, shopping districts like Shibuya and Shinjuku, and historical sites like the Meiji Shrine. Kyoto, on the other hand, is known for its traditional temples, beautiful gardens, and geisha culture. The Fushimi Inari Shrine, with its thousands of red torii gates, is a must-see. Osaka is famous for its vibrant nightlife, street food, and the impressive Osaka Castle. If you're interested in history and culture, a visit to Hiroshima is essential. The Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park and Museum are somber reminders of the past, and Miyajima Island nearby offers stunning views and the iconic floating torii gate. Nature lovers will enjoy Hokkaido, especially in winter, when the region transforms into a winter wonderland with excellent skiing and snow festivals. Okinawa, with its tropical climate and clear blue waters, is perfect for beach lovers and those interested in Japan's distinct island culture. 9. Seasonal weather and packing tips. Japan's weather varies greatly depending on the season and region, so it's important to pack accordingly. Spring, from March to May, is one of the most popular times to visit Japan, as the cherry blossoms are in full bloom. The weather is mild, so pack light jackets, comfortable walking shoes, and layers. Summer, from June to August, can be hot and humid, especially in cities like Tokyo and Osaka. Lightweight, breathable clothing is essential, and don't forget a hat and sunscreen to protect yourself from the sun. If you're visiting during the rainy season, or Tsuyu in June, an umbrella or raincoat will come in handy. Autumn, from September to November, is another beautiful time to visit, with cooler temperatures and vibrant fall foliage. Layers, including sweaters and light jackets, are ideal for this season. Winter, from December to February, can be quite cold, especially in northern regions like Hokkaido, where snowfall is heavy. If you're traveling to these areas, pack warm clothing, including a heavy coat, gloves, and a hat. In cities like Tokyo, the winter is milder, but you'll still need a warm jacket. Regardless of the season, comfortable walking shoes are a must, as you'll likely be exploring on foot quite a bit. It's also a good idea to bring a small, portable charger for your devices, as you may be out exploring for long periods without easy access to power outlets. 10. Shopping and souvenirs. Japan is a shopper's paradise, offering everything from high-tech gadgets to traditional crafts. In cities like Tokyo, you'll find major shopping districts like Ginza and Shibuya, where you can explore high-end fashion, department stores, and unique boutiques. Akihabara is the place to go for electronics and anime-related goods. Kyoto is the best place to find items for traditional crafts and souvenirs, like kimonos, tea sets, and handcrafted paper or washi. Markets and street vendors also offer an array of affordable and unique souvenirs. If you're a food lover, consider bringing back some Japanese snacks or teas. Matcha or green tea is a popular choice, as are local sweets like mochi and wagashi. When shopping for souvenirs, keep in mind that Japan has strict regulations on certain items, like bringing back fresh food or plants. It's also important to note that while haggling is common in some countries, it's not the norm in Japan, so the price you see is usually the price you pay. Most stores in Japan accept credit cards, but it's always good to carry some cash, especially if you're shopping in smaller, family-owned stores or markets. Tax-free shopping is available for tourists at many larger stores, so don't forget to bring your passport to take advantage of this benefit. Thank you for staying with us this far. Here is now your bonus info: why moving to Japan might be challenging. Now that you've learned about the essentials of visiting Japan, here's a bonus tip to consider. While visiting Japan is a wonderful experience filled with unique culture, delicious food, and beautiful sights, moving to Japan permanently can be challenging. The reasons why visiting Japan is great are also the reasons why it can be difficult to live there long term. For instance, the cultural norms and etiquette that make Japan so charming for visitors can be a challenge to navigate as a resident. The language barrier becomes more significant when you're living in Japan, as you'll need to handle everyday tasks like banking, healthcare, and government paperwork, which are often conducted in Japanese. The cost of living in cities like Tokyo can be quite high, with expensive housing and limited space, which might be a stark contrast to what you're used to. Furthermore, while Japan is a safe and orderly country, the societal expectations can be strict. The work culture, for example, is known for its long hours and high expectations, which can be demanding for those not accustomed to it. Social integration can also be challenging, as making close friendships with locals can take time and effort due to cultural differences. So while Japan is an amazing place to visit with its rich culture, history, and natural beauty, moving there requires careful consideration of the challenges you might face. For a visit, though, it's one of the most rewarding travel destinations in the world, offering memories that will last a lifetime. Thanks for watching this video. We hope you found these tips helpful for your upcoming trip to Japan. We love to hear your thoughts. What part of Japanese culture are you most excited to experience? Please comment below. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to check out these two videos: 25 must-see places in Japan and 25 best places to visit in the USA. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more travel tips and guides. Safe travels, and see you in the next video.